Welcome, everyone, to episode number 104 of Talkin, Kentucky. My name is Coleman Scott. His name is Caden Holmes, and it is August 1st, which means we have college football this month. That's why I've got Commonwealth Stadium / Kroger Field in my background here. Also got a hoodie on to try to bring on a little football weather early because that's my favorite weather of the year, as I previously discussed on this show. Caden is down in Bowling Green, but he's going to be up in Lexington tomorrow, which is always a good place to be for our second Level Up Trumpet Camp of the summer. Caden, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Long time no see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Sorry, I literally got my light set up here like as the countdown timer was at like 5, so I'm a little rattled right now. But yeah, the moving into Bowling Green, I'm still like 2 or 3 months in. I'm still like unpacking stuff. Do you feel that way whenever you move somewhere new?
I was 2 or 3 years into living in my apartment in Baton Rouge, and I
still boxes just everywhere.
Oh, it's still boxes while I'm getting ready to move to another apartment too. So, I'm about to be that same way. Hopefully it won't take 2 or 3 years this time. Hopefully I'll be able to unpack a little bit quicker than that. I feel like I never really got settled in my last apartment, and it was time to pack up and leave. So I know exactly how you feel.
It's too easy to just throw it in the spare bedroom and say forget it until a year later. But
have you seen those memes of like it's like guys live like this and they think it's totally okay, and it's like a bedroom and there's like an air mattress and like a cardboard box for like a bedside table, and it's like, guys, see nothing wrong with this.
Basically like the bedroom you slept in. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, you didn't have a cardboard box though. You had an actual table in there, which I thought was nice. So you had the table. The air mattress is actually very comfortable. I thought it was one of those that you could like inflate yourself, or it was like self-inflating or whatever. You had the
you plug it into the wall. Yeah, electric.
Inflate yourself. I guess you inflate every air mattress yourself, but you just turn the little dial on the actual air mattress. Like you don't need a separate little thing. So I thought that was nice.
Yeah, that thing is next level, and it's massive. It's like the size of a queen size bed or something.
Oh, it was great for me. There was nothing else in there. That's how I like it. I mean, who needs stuff? It just takes up space. The less
you had a table, an air mattress, a lamp.
That's all you need.
An outlet to charge your phone. That's all you need.
Yeah, I really don't see anything wrong with that. So I'm like,
I know you don't charge your phone. You rarely charge your phone, but there was an outlet in there for you.
That really needs to be my New Year's resolution for now. I think I've already got my New Year's resolution for next year picked out. I need to charge my phone. I didn't charge my phone last night. It was like at 3% when I woke up, and it just throws your whole day off. So for me, that's most days actually. So
yeah, for our viewers, the amount of times I'm like talking to Coleman on the phone, and I literally get those 3 beeps if like your call ended. It's usually because his phone died.
Beep beep beep. Yeah, that's one of them. Or I'll send you a screenshot.
Either that or he pushed the end call button on me. But I don't think you do that very often.
Not very often. No, we don't do that often. We agree on a lot, so I think we hang up on each other a lot. But
just like Louisville sucking, which is a segue.
Yeah, we do agree on that as well. Which there's a lot of things going on right now. There's the Olympics. A lot of things in the news, sports wise, to talk about. But all Kentucky fans want to talk about is the fact that we beat Louisville's alumni basketball team the other night. Not just beat them, but we destroyed them. So we need to talk about that for sure. But we got some comments down here to address before we do that. First of all, Madeline says she received her Talkin Kentucky cup in the mail. Made her smile. So Madeline, you'll have to give us a live on the show review of your coffee cup here.
Did it come in one piece? Hope it did.
That would be good. Yeah. When mine came in, it was weird. It like wasn't even like totally boxed up. It was just like in this styrofoam thing, but like there was nothing like around it. Like you could see the mug. It was just like the mug sitting in styrofoam.
That's how you know it's quality. It doesn't even have to be in anything. It takes a beating and doesn't shatter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a quality mug. Claude says they haven't fully unpacked yet from when they moved, so he attests to that. Pete is in the comments. Pete, haven't seen you in a couple episodes. Good to see you in the comments here. It's like, I'm glad I didn't unpack some of the boxes. Yeah, that's a good point. See, if you never unpack them, Caden, next time you move, you could just take the box with you, and it's no
Yeah,
problem.
but then you feel like right now I have all these boxes in my spare bedroom. I feel like I have too much stuff. That's my problem. You ever feel like you just have too much stuff, like way more than you even need?
Very often, yeah, I would say very often, probably every day. Betsy says she can attest to the fact that. Did you hear the doorbell in the background there, Caden?
No, I didn't hear it.
Okay, well, good. Well,
You're telling me
Caden,
you can hear my dryer, but I can't hear your doorbell?
well, I guess I must have a more quality microphone than background noise
I don't
protection
know.
than you.
This thing's 10 years and it's going strong.
Well, see, I have this. Caden thinks it's funny. Our Ring doorbell video camera at home. It's like the Sousa March, Stars and Stripes Forever for 4th of July. We changed it to that to be patriotic.
Oh, that's
Um,
not all you have, Coleman.
well, we also have the Haydn Trumpet Concerto, right? Yeah, we have that. So we're just
Alison
being,
Balsam or
yeah,
Whitney.
Alison Boston. I think it was Tina Thing. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Got
okay.
to know
That's
your
close.
trumpet players. But anyway, Betsy says she can attest to that too, Caden, that I never charge my phone. So wanted to throw that comment out there. So you're not alone. The people I talk to the most probably get it the most of my phone just dying. It actually happened today to Betsy. So that's one thing there.
You know, they make
Clyde,
like charging bricks, Coleman. That could be something put on your
well,
wish list.
and they make those phone cases too that are supposed to charge your phone. I think they're called like Mophis or something like that. And you
Oh,
can,
get you one of those Apple charging bricks.
okay, I could,
Got the
well, I
Apple
think
integration and everything.
it's not an Apple one, but I think I have something like that. Madeline says she's trying to find out if it's dishwasher safe. I actually can attest to that, Madeline. They are dishwasher safe. See, I put my North Carolina colored one in the dishwasher because I didn't really care.
I had a penny for every time.
I put my North Carolina one in the dishwasher because I didn't care, if it was messed up or not, because it's North Carolina, and it came out okay. So
Maybe the dishwasher is what made your mug North Carolina blue. Maybe it wasn't actually North Carolina blue in the first place. I blame the dishwasher.
Oh, I took a picture of it right when I got it in. So it definitely was. So I have photographic evidence. But yes, Madeline, they are dishwasher safe. As far as I have tested, anyway. Not sure if the navy blue is dishwasher safe, Caden, but the Carolina blue edition one definitely was. So
yeah, just to update everyone here, I made the mugs and I picked royal blue, and I guess to our distributor that means North Carolina blue. So it's like it gives you one color, one shade under what you pick. So we had to go with navy, and I think it looks pretty good.
I think it looks great. I still need to order like an actual one, but I think it looks great. And Josh is in the comments here too. He says L's down forever, and that's also a good segue to talking about it, Caden. I don't know if you got to watch any of the game. I only got to watch the second half. I know Josh was posting about the game and everything, so I know he got to watch virtually all of it. But Caden, I mean, it was like an old school game. They actually cared about every single possession. It wasn't just a game to them. Like it may as well have been the Final Four from what I.
Well, they're in the Final Four now, right? But I watched all the highlights because I missed the game. But Nate Sestina had like 30 points, all these threes. Willie Cauley-Stein's dunking on people, and Andrew Harrison hit the game-winning three. It would have been a little better if it was his brother, I think. But I mean, we'll take a Harrison twin hitting a buzzer beater.
Well,
the best part was Willie just pushing that dude down and staring at him. He accidentally ran into him, but then he acted like he meant to do it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was an accident, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I meant to knock you down." Yeah, I just stood on top of him.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I hate Louisville. We'll stare at you."
You saw that highlight then? You found that of Willie standing over the guy. That was really good. But no, yeah, I mean, you talked about Andrew Harrison hitting the three there. I mean, his brother had his time to shine, right? Andrew had to have his as well, right? So Yeah, he won, which I don't know really how they do these games, but it's like a normal like 4-quarter game, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, first to 70 wins. It doesn't make any sense. So like for a good 10 minutes there, felt like an hour, we couldn't hit a bucket to put us over the top to win, but Andrew Harrison, finally hits the three to get us the victory there. Caden, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I actually called Caden right after the game. And he said, how did the TBT game turn out? And I said, well, we won on an Andrew Harrison three. Caden's like, really? I was like, yeah. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, Caden.
I have two questions on this whole, like the rules and regulations for this thing. Number one, is there a shot clock? If there's, I'm assuming there's no time, right? There's 4 quarters. And number two, what happens if it takes 4 hours for a team to get to 70?
Well, I think the hope is that the teams are good enough that won't be the case. But yeah, I think there is a shot clock. I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think there is. Yeah, I don't understand like how like the commentators acted like they knew exactly.
Higgins probably wasn't reffing since there was if there was a shot clock, maybe he was reffing. I don't know.
No, but
he likes the shot clock.
You know who was reffing though? Actually, it was Doug Shows, whatever his name is, Doug Shows. That he was reffing the game. I couldn't believe it. But
it won. That's a more unbelievable part.
But no, John Higgins, I think he's even retired now. But he definitely will not be reffing a Kentucky game, current or alumni,
no,
ever again. I wouldn't imagine. But Madeline says Nate Sestina is out for tomorrow night, which that news kind of broke a couple hours before the show. Kate, that hurts our chances in the Final Four. We're playing Carmen's Crew, who I don't know who that is. I think it's some Ohio team. Might be like an Ohio State kind of team.
Ohio State.
Is it Ohio State? Well, they won it last time the tournament happened. I think it was 2019. They won it all. So
they won the TBT.
They won the TBT, which I still think
they won the basketball tournament.
They won the and hey, they're the Ohio State University. So maybe that has maybe there's some rigged stuff going on there with the.
I'm just laughing because I never thought I'd see a comment on here put up that says Nate Sestina is out for tomorrow night in August of 2024.
Yeah, well, that's right, man.
Are any of those in time here?
So you might know this. Are any of those guys still in the NBA, or like playing professionally anywhere? I don't think they are.
I don't know. I would feel like their teams that they were on wouldn't like them to do that unless they're on like G League or something.
Especially if you're getting steamrolled by Willie Cauley-Stein. I wouldn't think so. But some of the guys on Louisville, you had like Montrez Harrell. You had what's the guy that hit the buzzer beater on us? Yeah, Chris Jones. You got Chris Jones in there. But then you got Peyton Siva, I think. Remember him? I think that he was back in the Tubby days or Gillespie days.
Patino days.
The Patino day, was that long ago?
I think he was a Patino guy, right?
You're talking about Louisville.
Patino. No, I'm not talking about Kentucky.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I was like, he didn't look that old, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, he definitely did play for Patino. So, yeah, I mean, man, it was entertaining to see. I mean, I actually felt like it was a Final Four game. I felt like it was the middle of March. It certainly didn't feel like it was July 2024, like you said. So, and I think 14,000 people showed up at the event. 14,000.
Yeah, it's a record, right?
Yeah, the previous record was 7,000. So we doubled it. It's pretty awesome.
So my question is, were you cheering as hard for that game as you were for that Arkansas Vandy game?
I really was. Yeah, maybe not quite as much as that Arkansas Vandy game. I actually thought about that before the show. So maybe not quite that much. But I was cheering like it was the Final Four game. Like when Aaron hit that three, and I jumped up out of my chair. I went crazy. I mean, it's the game mattered.
Can you does DraftKings? Can you go on DraftKings for these games?
I was wondering that too. I don't know if you can or not. That's something to think about, though. I mean, you think you probably could, because it's it's still professional basketball, right? So I don't see why
Dude,
you
that would have been
couldn't.
easy money against Louisville.
Dude, I would have put the hammer on Kentucky.
I would
I
not
would have
have
slammed
put
that.
Sestina scoring 26 or whatever, though. I would probably not have guessed that.
Yeah, no, whatever it was, but I know he hit 6 threes. Don't know how many he had, but we'll see if we can beat Carmen's crew tomorrow night, slash Ohio State, whatever you want to call them. But it's definitely exciting for a Kentucky team to, any Kentucky team to make any Final Four these days. Caden, we'll take it, no matter who it is, no matter if it's alumni, whatever. Yeah, Final Four is the Final Four. So
Yeah, we'll take it this year too.
oh, you can definitely take it.
Pope year number 1. We'll definitely take it.
Hope and Pope, which, speaking of Pope, was at Malone's in Lexington the other night, and one of the managers there, I think his name's Chris, that he actually does the catering for Kentucky men's basketball, which is pretty cool. But he came up to me and he recognized Talking Kentucky, and he said that he was listening to us his entire drive from Louisville to Lexington the night that Mark Pope was hired. So you never know who's out there listening, Caden. Somebody real close to the team could be listening. And so, I think we're getting more and more
you get
famous.
Noticed in Malone's, and I get noticed at the Meyer and Bowling Green.
Well, I think those are equally good places to get noticed, if you ask me. So, you never know who's listening. So I guess we got to watch. Although you weren't on that show that night, it was me and Corey Price. So initially we weren't thrilled about the Pope hire, right? So I remember that night being like, well, man, that's a bad hire, isn't it? So I had to kind of explain myself, because he's close with Pope and the team now, being doing the whole catering thing. So I was like, at first, none of us were excited, but now I think he is the perfect guy for the job.
You had to go back on your words.
Yeah, I was sure.
You're trying to say I don't hate Pope. I promise.
I was sure. Yeah, Pope is dope. Yep, yep. I had to say. I think Mark Pope is the right choice. Absolutely. So I had to do that.
Clyde confirms there's time and a shot clock. So what's the point of 70 then?
Yeah, Madeline says she didn't like that 1st to 70 thing there. I don't get it. But like I said, the commentators knew exactly what was going on. Like they were like, oh, looks like Tyler Eulis is going to take a timeout here and get this 1st to 70, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
Was it Tom Leach?
What are you talking about? No, it wasn't Tom Leach. It was some random. I don't even know who was calling the game. I'd never heard of either of them.
It was not Corey Price to call a game.
That would be entertaining. We need the 3 of us to call a game. I mean, that's really what we need to. That would be a lucrative business.
I could do that.
C cubed, me and you and Corey. That's the dream team for calling a game right there. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So, and Madeline says, my husband heard me clapping downstairs and he said, it sounded like I was watching a Kentucky game. I said, I am. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It felt like a real like mid-season game. So it was awesome. But Pete says we're on our way, getting recognized in Meyer and Malone's. So I think so too, Pete. So we just need to meet some of our actual fans, in person. I guess you've met.
We met Josh. Yeah, or I met Josh. I forgot you didn't meet Josh.
I see. I still need to meet Josh. So, we still need to do that. But any Lexington.
Josh needs to come to the recital.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, and like the people that are going to be around, 5:00 Eastern at Good Shepherd Episcopal Church there in Lexington on Saturday. Kate and I we're playing a heck of a recital. Trumpet recital. So if you want to,
it's gonna be a barn burner.
Some trumpet music, you need to come check it out. It's going to be awesome. Corey Price drove an hour and 45 minutes both ways to Bowling Green to hear us play a trumpet recital, and this one's going to be better than that one.
Yeah, he marked that he's interested again, so he might be there again.
Oh man, doing the double dip, that would be awesome. Yeah. Level up,
double dip, just like Josh did that one time.
Yeah,
except that was on the show and. It was after a few bourbons.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Josh is in Pennsylvania, so he's not going to be able to make it. But Josh, you can make it down. You could fly over. We'll take.
what, 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah, we'll help
It's
you out
probably
with your
more than that. It's
ticket.
probably more like 8 or 9.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can make it over an hour and a half. Yeah, Pennsylvania. Yeah, be good.
Give him the rock, baby. Is Pete talking about old Dickie V?
I don't know who else would say give him the rock, baby. So, how's he doing, by the way? Hasn't he been sick? He's
Yeah, he got
kept
cancer
going
again, I think.
going in and out of cancer. Man,
Mhm.
I always like seeing him and hearing him on the games, especially nowadays because I know he's had some health trouble. So I hope he's able to hop back on and keep calling some games this upcoming year. So I know he's been a fighter, man. He keeps going back and forth with being in and out of the hospital and in and out of treatment, and it's sad to see because I mean he's a legend. Like if Dick Vitale was calling
He
your
is.
game, like
It's a big game. Yeah.
when we were little, it was like that means it's a big game.
Mhm.
Everybody's crazy about Dick B. For some reason, like Jay Billis gets the big games now, and not Dick Vitale. I don't really understand that. Jay Billis doesn't have the same curb appeal to me as Dickie V. So,
Who's the guy that does the CBS games?
gosh, is that
He
I
does
mean,
the big CBS games. I cannot think of his name.
there's Brad Nessler. He does
Nestler, that's
some of
one of
them.
them. There's another one too. I just can't think.
Bill Raftery. Is that
Who's
another
the one
one?
that goes? Who's the one that goes man to man?
Yeah, that might be Bill Raftery. I
It might
can't.
be.
Man, Josh is a trooper here in the comments. He says, I drove 32 hours, 2,137 miles the past 3 days, and then had to work today. Man, that's a lot of driving. Even 8 wears me out. So I can't imagine 32 and over 2,000 miles. That's a lot.
Yeah, I got to do like 2.5 tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, yeah, you'll be all right. You have to play trumpet afterwards too, which always makes it a little bit more challenging. I always think that's hard. Like
Driving and then playing. Yeah.
driving and then playing. Yeah, I feel like that's. Do you think it's the same way with like traveling to away games with basketball, like having to travel and just like get out and beat Arkansas? You think that's got to be challenging, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just like it's like when you're taking off your schedule, just your body just doesn't feel the same. So it's got to be the same thing. They
Yeah,
probably
I
get
mean
more used to it with basketball though, because it's literally every other game they're going somewhere.
that's true. Yeah, no, that's true. But last episode, Ken, you brought in a list. You brought in a list of like a top 25 NBA players of the 21st century, right?
Mhm.
So I thought I'd bring in a list tonight, especially in honor of this TBT tournament, um, and all these Willie Cauley Stein blocks that we've been seeing in TBT. I thought I would ask you if you could name the top 10 players, Kentucky players with the most block shots in their career. Okay, so I already kind of gave one away. We already know Willie Cauley Stein is going to be on the list. So Willie Cauley Stein's number 2 at 233 blocked shots in his career.
Yeah.
So some of these you're going to know, some of them you won't. But I bet you can get some of these. And people in the comments, feel free to shout them out too. So
Anthony Davis.
yep, yeah, I mean that's a good guess. Yeah, Anthony Davis in one season had 186 blocks in just
That's
one
insane.
season. So everybody else on this list played either 3 or 4 seasons. Anthony Davis comes in at number 6 with 186 in just one season, which
Is
that's
Nerlens
really
on there?
Nerlens Noel is not on here.
Oh, he
He
got
would have
hurt.
been.
That's probably what it was.
He probably would have been on this list had he not gotten hurt. But yeah, he's one of those guys that he would have been one of my guesses as well. But
Hmm.
no, keep throwing them out. Anthony Davis, Willie Cauley Stein.
Everyone else played more than one season on that list.
Yes, so you might want to think. There's a couple Calipari guys on here, but you might want to think a little bit further back too.
Okay.
So
Patrick Patterson.
Patrick Patterson's at number 9 with 152 in 3 seasons. So just think about that. From Anthony Davis got more blocks in 1 season than Patrick Patterson did in 3. It's pretty
That's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
What
Matt,
about Shagari Aline?
Shagari Aline is not on the list. Yeah, that's another good guess though. But Madeline says Maxi or Quickly. No, Maxi Quickly aren't on the list. Shagari is one of my favorite all-time UK players though. Okay, and I think he might be one of the most underrated players of all time for us.
Chuck Hayes.
Not Chuck Hayes. Nope, he's not on here.
Randolph Morris.
Randolph Morris is not. No. See if anybody down in the comments can get any of these. You gotten 3 though. So I mean,
Randolph Morris didn't really get back on defense very quick.
No, I don't think the Tubby team's really known for that. Tyler Hero, no. Madeline's guessing all the guards. You gotta think more big men. Yeah, gotta think.
Would like Darius Miller, maybe. He was a small forward, but
nope, not Darius Miller.
Man.
You're going to recognize some
Cousins?
of these names.
Cousins was only 1 year. I don't know.
No, not Cousins. You think one is a little bit more recent in the Calipari era, post Cousins. Trying to give you a little bit of a hint here. 3 seasons.
Oh, PJ Washington?
Wildcat Country says MGK. Nope, Michael Kidd Gilchrist isn't even
guess.
on here.
PJ Washington, though?
Nope, you're naming them all. Nope. Oscar Sheboy, nope. I mean, but Mel was going the right
Oscar
direction.
Didn't have any blocks.
Jorts, nope. Josh Harrelson's not on here. Man, I thought.
What? Give me a year.
Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Pete may be onto something here. So we got Sam Bowie.
Way back.
Sam Bowie is number 4 with 218. Melvin Turpin is number 3 with 226. And then he says Walker, who is not on here. So, but he did get Turpin and Bowie there. Nope,
Dan Issel.
Not Dan Issel.
What? He had like every record.
Madeline says Big Z. No, Big Z's not on here. But did you hear that Calipari is? I promise we'll stop talking about him on the show eventually. But Calipari is not going to let Big Z shoot threes. Caden at Arkansas. So. The dude shot 40% from 3 when he was here
because he took 5 shots.
but you got to let him at least. I mean, he can make them, right? He can knock them down, and I mean,
I tell him to launch.
That's where basketball is headed, right? I mean, we're shooting layups and threes, so I'd tell him to launch. So,
Tayshaun Prince.
Nope, not Tayshaun Prince. Nope. Justin Edwards.
I don't know about this list, Coleman.
Oh, it's accurate. This is the Kentucky Basketball History website. This is like a prime, like scholarly source for Kentucky basketball here. But Rodney Dent, nope, he's not on the list. Okay, should I read him out?
Rodney Dent?
You don't know who Rodney Dent is?
Should I know that?
Yeah, I think
what
you
year?
should. I don't know, but I know who he is.
Oh, you don't know the year?
I don't know the year. Pope, no. Pope's not on here. But okay, so I'll read off the list here.
Reed Shepard would have broken it if he would have stayed more than 1 season.
If he would have stayed, he probably would have. He's no Anthony Davis though. He can't get 186 in 1 year. But so I'm going to read you the list from the bottom up. Okay, so number 10, Nick Richards with 146. Okay, so I mean, I feel like, how'd you not get Nick Richards? I thought that you should for sure get that one.
It gets blurry. Like
I get
so many players.
3rd year Nick Richards. Patrick Patterson, as we said, with 152. Now I don't know who this is. I didn't expect you to get this one. Solely Maine Kamara, with 154. And Caden, you're going to be mad at yourself after hearing this one. Perry Stevenson is at number 7 with 160. So, as we said, Anthony Davis. Yeah, checks out. Anthony Davis had 186. Andre Reddick with 212. Sam Bowie with 218. Melvin Turpin with 226. Willie Cauley-Stein with 233. And number 1 is Jamal McGlure with 260.
But you're going to say Jamal Murray.
No. And number 1 is Sam Malone. No.
Derek Jasper.
Yeah. Jamal McGlure with 268 there, but no, we're gonna have to do more of those. I think that's fun to kind of like break out the list and try to guess some stats there. So channel your inner Corey Price and try to guess some stats. But we already talked about Big Z with not being able to shoot the threes. Caden, did you see these Razorback nuggets that Tyson has now come out with?
Unfortunately.
And so, what is your first impression of the Razorback nuggets?
Well, I will not be buying them.
I will not either. I will not be.
I highly doubt they will be anywhere in Kentucky.
Yeah, I can't imagine Kroger carrying some Razorback nuggets. I would be.
You don't think it'll be at that Euclid Kroger?
No, I don't think so. Nope, nope. Yeah, Madeline says fake chicken. Yeah, is it even chicken? Yeah, who knows? Razorback nuggets could be Razorback.
I don't buy Tyson.
Yeah, I don't buy Tyson either. I don't recommend. I mean, if I ever have, I'm not going to anymore.
I mean, even before he went there, I didn't buy Tyson.
No, it's not the first thing on my grocery list is Tyson chicken. You know, I usually go with it. You got to get a Whole Foods, got to get that organic stuff. You know, got to get the no hormones and all that stuff. That's how you got to go. But the Razorback nuggets, man, like I don't even know what to think about that. Like, are people actually gonna eat those in Arkansas? Are they gonna go for that? Like, is it that?
Well, it's basically another form of their chicken fries, right?
I guess it's like just dino nuggets
shaped like pigs now.
They're not even really shaped like pig. Like, it just looks like a chicken nugget. Like,
it looks like a blob. Yeah.
When you take the Arkansas logo itself, it looks like, I mean, it kind of looks like a chicken nugget shape to begin with. So it's not really any different. That's like making chicken nugget shape, like that's like making oval shaped chicken nuggets. It's like they're the same as before. So yeah, I don't really get it. It's nothing special. So now Wildcat chicken nuggets, now that would look cool because then you get a different shape going on. You can make Kentucky.
I just want it shaped like this UK behind me. I'd buy that. I'd eat that.
I always did like the chicken rings. You know, I don't know if that's actual chicken, but I do like chicken rings. I think those are quality. Yeah, chicken fries. Yeah, is that a Tyson thing? Those chicken fry things.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It's almost like this is just another spin off of their chicken fries.
I like I like popcorn chicken. I think that's another form of chicken that I like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's quality, but yeah, the Razorback nuggets will not be making it on my plate. Did you see they sent some to the KSR guys? So
that doesn't surprise me.
Drew Franklin took a picture with the bag upside down, kind of like L's down, but with the Razorback nuggets. Madeline says, do you think Cal, speaking of Cal, will be at the TBT game tomorrow? I don't know, man. It's hard to say because, you know, he supports his former players no matter what. But then again, you know, it's Kentucky. So
where's it at?
I think it's in Philadelphia, if I'm correct. No, it's somewhere up there in Pennsylvania.
Doesn't he like it up there? Doesn't he have like a house up there somewhere?
That makes sense.
In New Jersey.
I think it is.
I don't know.
I
could see him going to one of them.
It might be Pennsylvania, right? Because isn't that where we lost to Oakland in Pennsylvania, and he stayed up there for a few days?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, Madeline says it's in Philly, so that's probably where it'll be. But somebody says I think Wildcat Country says Dent was in the early 90s, so he's correcting he's informing us of when everybody played here. So
just a few years before my time.
Jules Kamara. So did Wildcat Country actually get Jules Kamara before I even said it?
I think so.
I guess so. Wow, nice. Congratulations. Well, I would not have gotten that one, Wildcat Country, but oh yes, this is a good point. We didn't. Madeline says we didn't talk about the fight and spitting. Caden, did you see? I know you watched some highlights. Did you watch that highlight video?
I did. Yeah.
So
And the dude said, "Well, he didn't say the part what he called me." It's like
it
he
doesn't
called him
matter.
a cuss word, so he got spit on.
Yeah, he said something like, "Yeah, but we don't want to talk about that." Something like that. It's like, well, does it matter? Like, man, you can't just go around spitting on people. I get, but it doesn't really surprise. I mean, did it surprise you at all being from a Louisville player? You know that you
No,
go over and spit on it. But it is pretty
no, not at
crazy
all.
that in
He's
a
acting like he's like an angel, though. He didn't. He called me this word,
they
acting like
get
he's never said anything like that.
man they
But
get
he's gonna
so
spit on a dude.
they get so offended at the yells down. Like he said, he was disrespecting my school, so I had to go spit on him. Like, but I mean, like,
Well, they're
if
just mad that they're
get,
bad.
yeah, I think that's it, right? I mean, they can't beat us in anything. I mean, even like it's not even a real game. It's like pretend. They can't even beat us in pretend games anymore. Let alone real games. They can't even beat us in these like TBT fantasy games anymore.
Did you see the person with the 2013 banner?
No, I
It
didn't see
cracks me
that.
up how they're still like waving that thing.
Is it still in Louisville somewhere? Is it like waving around in downtown Louisville somewhere?
When I was at KMEA, that thing was everywhere. It's like they haven't realized that actually got taken away from them.
Oh, so it's like there's like replicas of the banner everywhere hanging up.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Wow. Well, yeah, somebody should tell them probably. But well, guys, go ahead and give us a shout here. We'd love to hear from you. Your thoughts on the TBT game. We'd love to hear your thoughts on maybe the Olympics so far. We got some Kentucky folk in there doing well that we'll talk about here in a minute. Football season's right around the corner, so are you excited for that? Give us your thoughts on that. And yeah, if you got any more Kentucky, maybe the next 10 in the block shots list, maybe we can talk about that next. But well, it looks like we're your call here. You're on with Talking Kentucky. Who's this?
It's Clyde. How y'all?
What's up, Claude? How's it going, man? We're doing well.
That's great. Not much, just enjoying, kicking Louisville's tail every single time now. And it's just fun to, them old Louisville players that are playing in the TBT that don't really well, some of them might play professional basketball. I don't freaking know. I don't even know what Louisville will be up to because I don't keep up with them buttons. But it's just fun to see, these Louisville fans get excited for something, and yet, what do? We in their happiness with sadness, and
That's what we do. Yeah.
Fun, and it's just fun for them to like get all happy. Oh, we're gonna finally beat Kentucky, and what do? We crash the party because that's just what we do around here when we play Louisville.
Yeah. Did you see before the game, Caden Drew Franklin posted a little video on Instagram, and he was like, "Oh man, they get so excited. It's so cute." It's pretty funny.
Yeah, he was killing me in that.
Yeah, I mean, they get all
interview.
excited and they're like really happy. And they have a pretty good TBT team. I will give them that. They actually do. They actually have a decent TBT team, but we're just better. And now this Carmen Crew coming up. This is Ohio State's TBT team. They got Jarrett Solinger on their team and a couple other guys. I think at one time, and Aaron, what's his name? Kraft.
Aaron Kraft.
Play the football. Yeah, Aaron Kraft. Yes, I think back in the 2013, 2014, 15, somewhere around that, he was on the team with Jarrett Solinger. But Jarrett Solinger is always on that team.
We need Harrelson to play then.
Yeah,
Jared,
we need
Harrelson
out there.
I want to see another ball off the chest.
We need Harrelson to play dodgeball with him again. That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know what Josh Harrelson's even up to anymore. I haven't kept up with him since he left the NBA, and I haven't really seen anything about him. I don't know if he's on social media. He might be on Twitter. Right? I might actually have to search for him on Twitter and hit him with the follow, but because I was a big Josh Harrelson fan, especially his last year here. He was such an incredible player for us. And
I met him.
The way he developed his game and got much better because he had to, because Enos was on the bench, so he really didn't have much of a choice. But
Yeah,
But I ain't gonna lie, I think Enid's brother is a part of is a Wildcat in my book.
yeah. I played against Josh Harrelson. I played one-on-one one time. He didn't play dodgeball with me. Didn't throw it at me like he did Jared Solinger or anything like that. But Claude, you remember when they made that party in the USA video and everything, and it was like a big thing that year. Yeah, that was great. And then we beat them, which was awesome. What is that? The Brandon Knight team?
Yes,
that we beat them with.
Yes, with DeAndre Liggins. Yes.
Okay, man, that was a good team. That was kind of one of those teams that was a surprise team that made the Final Four. It's like you didn't see it coming, so you enjoyed it that much more. So
yeah, we were in that tournament. We were fourth seed. We that's what the seed we were, and that was Cal's first Final Four with Kentucky, and that team means a lot to me because that's the first team I actually got to see in the Final Four. Like that is the first Kentucky team I ever got to see as I was older. Because when we made the Final Four in '98, I was 1, so I didn't get to watch it because I was a baby. And the fact that Cal, his second year here, got us to the Final Four means a lot. It does. That team will always hold a very special place in my heart just because of that reason.
Well, man, thanks for calling in as always. Got anything else before we let you go?
Just ready for some football. We're almost 29 days away, and I'm just counting it down, and it's going, and it'll be here before you know it, August 31st. So, I'm trying to get tickets to go to the first game. We'll see though, but I'm excited.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I am too. I can't wait. That's why I got this background going on up here. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Harrelson was actually really impressive that year.
Yes,
like he had to. Speaking of manning up, he straight up did, and he went off in that tournament.
We even talked about that on the last show, right? Like that year that we didn't really have a center, and Josh Harrelson had to kind of, stand up and be that guy, right? So
he was straight up. He outplayed Solinger that game. Solinger was a top 5 pick, right?
Yep, and Josh just completely bullied him. It was awesome. I thought he was going to get thrown out of the game. That when he threw that ball,
how did he not?
Man, like nowadays, you would be ejected and probably suspended for the first half of the next game after doing something like that, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess
this kind of goes with the DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. This kind of goes with the DeMarcus Cousins elbow to the neck of that Louisville player. Like, how did he not get in trouble for that?
Well, that's what this thing reminded me of the other night when Willie Cauley-Stein just trucked that dude. I actually sent it to our group chat. I sent a picture of DeMarcus Cousins putting his elbow on that guy's neck. I was like, man, how far have we come? Like since then, right? Like you can't hit people anymore with basketballs in the chest. You can't pin people to the ground with your elbow, right? So I think we've moved in a good direction as far as that goes. But man, those made for some crazy games back in the day for sure. So
it was awesome. It was still like the whole 90s. It's almost like the 90s style NBA play, just physical.
Wildcat Country says y'all want a Kentucky fun fact. Kentucky has a better winning percentage in Freedom Hall than Louisville does. That's interesting. I think we're getting a Josh Hart call here, though. You're on with Talking Kentucky. Who's this?
Hey, it's Josh. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Josh? Haven't gotten to hear from you in a couple episodes. Know you've been working hard, so it's good to hear you.
Yeah, I've been everywhere. I went to just left Arizona Monday, and now I'm in Pennsylvania. Drove well. I mean, made the comment, seeing how far I drove. I've been on the road, and then I had to get up early this morning. I got here late last night, and then had to get up early this morning to go work. So got up at 6 a.m. this morning to go to work. So, a couple of days of day shift, and then get the weekend off. So I'll be glad when it gets here.
Well, man, I was just telling Caden, I can't even drive 8 hours without it wearing me out. So I can't imagine 32. So that's crazy.
I mean, it's split up over 3 days, but still, that's about 11 hours a day or somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, man, that's insane. But So you got to watch this game the other night, right? Did you get to watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was awesome. I thought Doug Shouse was refereeing for a minute when they started divvying out technicals, and I really thought there was going to be some more. I was really shocked that there was just the two. And I can't remember which one it was. Aaron, maybe it was Aaron Harrison. That dude was buck wild the other night. He was all over the place. But, Sistina was the one that saved us, honestly, and he was shooting lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on fire. It was awesome. And then anytime we beat Louisville, it was awesome. You guys didn't see my comment earlier, but I said something to the sorts of, I guess the Louisville players had to get permission from McDonald's and Burger King to take off work to go play this game.
Yeah. So that's hilarious. Man, it really was exciting. It's seeing like 14,000 people there. It was amazing to I mean, it really did feel like March.
It was cool. It was so cool. I mean, it was like we've been waiting for something to come on TV because you got the Olympics, which is not really that my cup of tea, and then you got baseball, and that's it. I mean, you got preseason football starting, and you got college cranking up football coming up. It was like, yeah, I'm down to watch Louisville get beat tonight, in their home arena again. So yeah, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, man, it's such a long stretch, going from the end of basketball all the way to football. So it's great when we have stuff like this, especially since we don't have like the Bahamas or anything this summer. It's really great that we have this. But well, I know you're ready for some football too. So because you're a football.
Oh yeah, so. Yeah, I'm ready for Kentucky to go hopefully 9-3 this season. That would be great. I mean, I think it's it's not that big of a stretch. I think they can do it. It's just whether we can stay healthy as always and stay focused, and we can't lose to crap teams like South Carolina, I mean, and Vanderbilt and stuff like that, or we'll have just another mediocre season. But I mean, I think they got a good quarterback. I mean, he's still there, Barron Brown's there. I mean, we got some great talent on the offensive side, and of course defense. I mean, JJ's still there. I believe he is.
Yeah, JJ's year 6, I think.
Yeah, JJ, we still got a solid defense, so I don't know why we can't. Madeline's got a good point in the comment there. She's talking about the disgusting Louisville behavior of spitting on our dudes. I mean, I think that was just so classless of them chumps. And it just really, really disappointing how the game was at the end of it, them guys spitting on our guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I mean, it's one thing, like, if it's in the actual NCAA tournament, right? I mean, that's bad enough. But it's like, it's an alumni game. Like, it's not even real. Like, it's not even a real game, really, So, I mean, it's...
And, they're supposed to be grown men, they're adults. They're in their 30s and 40s. I mean, that's pretty sad for real.
Oh, no, I completely agree. But well, Josh, you got anything else before we let you go? Yeah.
Did you do the holidays? If you did, I missed them. I was on a phone call, and I jumped back in to see you go. What's going on?
You know what? We have not done the holidays, but since you called in tonight, and since you're watching, I know you're a holiday fan, so we will do the holidays before the end of the show for sure, just for you.
And I'm starting to think Caden doesn't like me when I call in, because every time I call in, he disappears. He has to reboot.
He has to reboot.
No, I just turned my camera off.
He disappeared for a minute.
Can you explain to him that he can't hear me when I talk?
No, he just turned his camera off, and you can only you can't hear Caden through the phones. You can just hear me. So just
I know that's weird. Like, it's been like that. Used to I heard you both, and now like the last time I called in, I only hear you. So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, I mean,
we we need to figure out. Well, it's because it's for all kinds of reasons. It's because we're trying to pipe it through the stream now, but we haven't figured out how to pipe both of us through the stream, just one of us. So if you figure out a way to be a tech genius and figure out a way for you to be able to hear both of us, then let us know.
No, that's Caden's expertise, not mine. Mine's remodeling stores.
Yeah, Caden can figure it out.
IT doesn't. My IT job isn't sound engineer, unfortunately.
But yeah, it was really awesome to watch our guys, our old school cats, beat the brakes off of Louisville in their home, and I think we're going to beat both Louisville in football and basketball this year. You know, I got a cousin, a family member that's a Louisville fan, unfortunately. And he sent me a thing where they beat Calgary 111-87 in the Bahamas. I was like, "Yo, bro," I said, "Relax. It's the Bahamas." I mean, it said we had a rock squad in the Bahamas last year, and I said, "Look what happened to us." So I said, "Cool your jet."
Right. Yeah, we quickly figured out that those Bahamas games don't really mean much, but well, all right, man. Thank you for calling in. It's good to hear from you. Safe travels. When are you back in Kentucky?
Labor Day week, I believe, sometime for September, home for maybe a week, and then back on the road, then back for Thanksgiving week, and then the last 2 weeks of the year I'll be off and come home and relax.
Man, well, there you go, a traveling man, and well, hopefully you get to watch the Cats in there somewhere. So for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to watch the first football game of the season. That's for damn sure.
Well, absolutely. We need to get Caden doing that too. All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a good night.
You too.
Go Cats.
Go Cats. Yeah, you're not that kind of IT guy. You're not sound. You do bug tickets, Caden.
Well, not sound, not sound bug tickets.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, not sound bug tickets. So,
I guess Josh watches the stream while he's talking to us because he always points out that I turn my camera off.
Yeah,
wouldn't it be trippy, like watching? Because there's definitely a lag, like talking to us while also watching and listening to the stream.
I think that would be tough. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do that. Yeah, I think that would be tricky. But Walker says it's one of the good things we can thank Billy Clyde for because Cal would never have recruited Jorts
or Liggins.
That's very true. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe Patterson, but and probably Meeks. But other than that, not much.
But Meeks wasn't even a 5-star, was he? Or was he?
I don't. Now you're asking.
Like a 4-star. Cal might have not gotten Meeks either.
Yeah, if you're anything below a 5-star, you don't have a place on the team. Yeah, something like that. Anybody else that wants to call in? 502-234-1504. We got to mention Lexington's own Lee Kiefer is how I believe you say it. Apologies if I'm butchering her name, but Caden, she just became the most decorated fence. I don't know what you call like a fencing player. I don't know if you say a fenceist or whatever, but she's now a fencer. Is that what you say? A fencer?
Sounds good. Sounds right to me.
Okay. Well, she is now the most decorated fencer of all time, Olympian of all time. So, and she's in med school, I believe, at UK. So, I mean, small world. That's pretty good. I mean, Olympic medalist,
and a genius. Wow.
And a genius. Yeah, that's a good combo. Yeah, you think you're gonna do well in life. You got both those things going on. So, shout out to her for sure.
What Olympic sport do you think you'd most likely compete in?
Well,
did you do one of those weird ones we talked about last time?
None of them is the answer for sure. You know, I think it'd be interesting to try water polo. You know, I was watching that the other day, and I think, you know, I thought, well, you know, I could probably do this, but then I figured out that like they have to tread water the entire time. Like the water is like 12 feet deep, so they literally they have to swim the entire time, which I think would get
so you have to be like taxing. Jacked.
I would think so. And then imagine
Yeah.
like trying to pass the ball or like shoot it. Like you have to like launch up out of the water to shoot it. So I feel like, yeah, you got to be, in your words, Katie, you got to be pretty jacked to do that. So
I think the one I would do is if there was like a fifth string basketball Olympics. It's probably the one I would do.
yeah, yeah, I think that could be good. Yes,
Not good enough for the first four strings. It need to be like a height limit of 5'10".
yeah, yeah. Like sit on the bench. I think that would be. I would happily be a bench warmer for a gold medal. I think that would be good. But apparently those medals, by the way, are heavy. Apparently they weigh like 10 pounds or something each.
They should.
Apparently
It should be
pretty,
actual gold.
I mean, it probably is, right? Are they actual gold and silver and bronze? They've got to be, right?
Surely not.
I would think they would be, right? I mean, if you're an Olympian, you deserve real gold. I would
but
think.
That's worth a lot. If it's that big and heavy, I mean, that's got to be a multi-$100,000 bar of gold. Right?
It probably, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're an Olympian, you probably deserve it. So that's what I would say. But so Caden, do you drive past many Teslas on the road these days? Are you a fan of Teslas?
I drove past a lot more in Houston.
Yeah, I did.
There are a few here in Bowling Green.
Out in Colorado, I drove past a lot of them. You see a lot around Lexington. You don't see many around like Frankfurt or Bowling Green or anything. But Caden, the entire Pasadena, California Police Department is now transferring all their cars to be Teslas. So I don't know if that's going to be a successful thing or not. I guess they're trying to be eco-friendly and everything, but I don't know. It seems like something's always going wrong with those. Like they're always like
cat
going off the. Oh yeah, that was my cat in the background. Yes, it was. Go Cats. Yeah. It sounds like she's having a rough time. Yeah.
It sounds like she's not pleased.
No, she's not. Well, no, she wasn't pleased with Louisville spitting on us. Definitely, probably. But the Tesla, go back to Tesla, the Tesla things. Do you think that's going to work out well to have your entire police department be in Teslas? I mean, what if something goes wrong with them?
Those sports Teslas are supposedly, as we said earlier, jacked and can do like, I don't know, 0-60 in 3 seconds or something stupid like that. So it will probably work. I don't know if I'd buy one myself, especially right now. I just don't know if it's at the top of my list. I respect Elon Musk and his genius, but I don't think a Tesla would be at the top of my list. I think I'd buy a house first.
Yeah, well, I'd definitely buy a house first and food maybe too. That'd be a good thing. But what do you what do you think what do you think of like the price of those? Like do you think what do those go for these days, and do you think you would ever like actually pay for one?
I'm gonna guess it depends on the kind. You can probably get a cheap one for 40 grand, but I'd say you could probably spend up to 100, 150 if you want to, right?
A cheap one, yeah. Just spend 40 grand. I'll just try, get a cheap one. So, but well, that's all the topics I have written down for tonight, Caden.
Holidays.
We have to do the holidays for Josh. That's right. Then we'll get out of here. And while we're doing that, while I'm pulling up the holidays, we have to think of a name for the show and everything. So, National Today Holidays. That's the website that I use. Caden, it's August 1st. Can you think of any holidays that are on August 1st? It's National Girlfriend Day.
I thought you were going to say it's National Tesla Day. I thought that's where you were going with that. National Girlfriend Day?
It's National Girlfriend Day today, it looks like.
All right.
So
I will not be celebrating. All right, next one.
Okay. It's National Girlfriend Day. It's Colorado Day. Speaking of Colorado and the Teslas. It's Cycle to Work Day. Clyde has that scooter So maybe he can scooter to work day. We have India Pale Ale Day, Caden. So it's
Ma-
IPA.
Madeline has a winner. It's good. It's changing from our normal one, but Spit in Kentucky. That's a winner.
Dude, is this our?
Is this the first time we actually like change from Talkin?
Oh man, dude, I don't know if I could be. I don't know if I could be persuaded to do that or not. We'll think about it for sure. We'll see what other things we could think of there. But no, it's National IPA Day. Let's see. It's a bunch of weird ones on here. We already got the IPA Day, Girlfriend Day. It's a Raspberry Cream Pie Day. I haven't had raspberry cream pie before, but that's one that we can check out. It's National Wellness Month. So take care of yourself, self-care and all the wellness and fitness and all those things. It is Spider-Man Day for the Spider-Man fans out there. I was never really much of a Spider-Man fan. I don't know if you were as a kid or now, Caden. No judgment.
I always like the Spider-Man video games, and that's now that don't you have an Xbox now, Coleman, for the NCAA game? You might be able to get some of them. Might have gone to Xbox eventually. It's a Sony thing, but maybe you can play Spider-Man one day on Xbox.
Well, I could. Yes, it's possible. Yeah. No. I did find a used Caden. There was one used Xbox X in Kentucky. I drove to Winchester to get it because it was worth it to me to get that $100 off of it. So that's
it was the X. Isn't that the better one out of the two?
Well, the S is the one that like you don't. It doesn't have a disk drive, but the X does. So
it's more expensive.
So it was more expensive. Yeah, it's like a lot more expensive.
Yeah, always get a disk drive.
I would
never buy one without it.
Well, that's good advice. I'm glad I kind of did that. I didn't even ask your advice on that, but I'm glad I did that because you're the expert on that kind of stuff. Man, this is the first time I played a video game in 12 years, probably. So can't say I've brushed up my skills on it for sure. But it's back to school month. Unfortunately for those who celebrate, and it is a National Golf Month this month. So since it's August 1st, I guess we're getting a bunch of months in here. We've got National Eye Exam Month, so go get your eyes checked. Especially Doug Showles and John Higgins. Go check your vision this month. And I think that about rounds it out there. So there's your and it's National World Wide Web Day, as in www. It's that today. So celebrating the internet, Caden. What
couldn't do it without it.
Couldn't do it without it. Yeah, we wouldn't be here without the internet. So shout out to the internet. Well, we've been hitting the hour mark here, so we'll do a last call for calls. But other than that, we might, just want to think about a name for the show and then skedaddling. So last call for calls, 502-234-1504. I'm not mad about Spit in Kentucky. I think that's fine. We could do Talkin' Spit. I think that would be another good one.
Just don't misspell that.
No, autocorrect would. Yeah, we got to make sure we don't misspell that one.
Gold medal's $1,027.
Well, then it is not real gold. I would guess. But if it's not,
that sounds kind of cheap, right?
We gotta.
It's a gold medal.
We got to do some homework. Got to do some Googling before the next show and see what gold medals are actually made out of if it's not real gold.
I mean, it might have some gold in it. That'd be my guess. It probably has a little bit of actual gold, but not much.
Pete says Cats Nuggets. So yeah. Talking Little Brother L's Down, Josh Hart says.
It's a pretty long title.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Okay. I think I'm good with either Spit in Kentucky or Talkin' Spit. I think it's got to be something spit, right? Like after that happened, like that is the biggest event in Kentucky athletics this week, is the fact that a former Louisville
spit
player spit on Nate Sestina.
on.
So
I'm fine with either as well.
oh man, we gotta decide.
If we don't want to change the trends, we can go with Talkin spit.
See, I don't think we could. We're 104. Well, we're more like 150 episodes in, so I feel like we gotta stick with the trend, right?
Let's do it.
Otherwise, we gotta
maybe leave it for a special occasion.
That's a very special occasion. Yes,
and Louisville spitting on us is not that special.
No, it's not, and neither is Louisville. Well, guys,
that was implied.
Yeah, that was implied. Well, guys, thank you very much for checking us out tonight, and always we can go ahead and probably throw some things in the comments here for you guys to check out. First of all, if you're not already subscribed to our Patreon, you need to do that because we would appreciate the support, and you get some things in return for doing that as well. So I don't know if we have that link handy. Caden, do you have that Patreon link handy that you could throw down in the comments? And then I was going to see if we could throw a merch store link down there too, just for anybody that would want to check out. The best thing about our merch store is the subtitles, like the Caden wrote on all the different products in there. You know, like this phone case will protect your phone like Anthony Davis protects the rim, which is appropriate for tonight's conversation about the blocks, which is really good. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, all those things. Be sure to follow us on those and give us a little rating too. We'd appreciate that if you guys could do that. And Danny Morris with his annual episode "Go Cats" in here at the end here. So shout out to him. And
Josh did his research too.
It does. Josh's Olympic gold medals might look like the real deal, but they are actually mostly made out of silver. The outer casing is normally made of real gold. They are required to be made up of at least 92.5% silver and only need to contain a minimum 6 grams of gold. There, I posted it. And yes, I Googled it. Well, thanks for doing the research there, Josh. We appreciate that. So there you go. Okay, 92.5%. So it's really a silver medal, actually.
Isn't that getting ripped off? I mean, you won the gold medal at the Olympics. You're one of the best in the world. And you only get 7.5%.
Yeah, it seems like a rip
gold
off to me for sure. But so down here in the comments, we've got a couple things here. We've got the whole support us page where you can go on our website. We can go check out our Patreon. So be sure to go do that. You can get some cool stuff in return for supporting us. Even just $1 a month of supporting us, we'll get you something. So even if you just give us $1 a month, and then we've also got our merch store there. So be sure to check out that link as well if you guys want some Talkin' Kentucky merch. And in the meantime, Caden, I'm ready for football season. I'm ready for basketball season. I'm ready to watch TBT, the basketball tournament. I guess tomorrow night. Is that when we play?
Is this tomorrow night? We'll have to go somewhere and catch that if that's true.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be here tomorrow. Okay.
I bet. Hey, you want to go to KS Bar?
Yeah, let's do. We can go to KS Bar and watch the game. I
Give
think
Cody the old Lexington treatment.
Lexington special. Yeah, it'll be just like we're in the actual Final Four. So, for Coleman Scott and for Caden Holmes and for beating Ohio State again. And for
getting spat on.
Getting spat on. This has been episode number 104 of Talkin' Kentucky, Talking Spit. And we'll see you next time. See you next Thursday night. Right back here. Yes, I'm watching it. Yes, I'm being careful. All right. Go Cats. We'll see you next week.